Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So it's been a little while since I made a video. It's been about a month or so. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Actually, I was planning to film this video earlier today. Well, not that you know what time it is really. What time is it? Almost 10:30 at night. I was gonna film it this morning, afternoon. It was really beautiful today. Spring is here. I saw back home that it was snowing. It was like 70 degrees here today, almost 70. Tomorrow it's gonna be cooler. It's 66 or something like that. Yeah, spring is here, which is good, I guess. But yeah, anyways, I was planning on filming this outside today. It was a really beautiful day, but I couldn't find a quiet park. I'm still not quite comfortable filming out in public. I don't know how people do it. Like, they just don't care, I guess. I don't know. Like, I went to take some photos the other day at Osaka Castle Park. I guess it was the plum trees. I guess so. They're blossoming now. Is that the right word? Yeah. I don't know. I get blooming and blossoming mixed up all the time. But anyways, they were the flowers are coming out. And there was some guy vlogging or streaming, I don't know, and he was walking around just talking to the camera, and I don't know. I don't think I can vlog in public like that. I have to go to quiet, secluded places. I don't know. That's why I'm here now. But no, anyways, yeah, it was too noisy everywhere. Like, there is since it was so nice out, there was kids everywhere running around, which is cool. That's good. But I didn't want, screaming in the background or whatever, yelling. And then if I did find a park with no kids, there was construction going on and car traffic noises and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, I give up. Plus, I think I have allergies this year or whatever. So one of the reasons I didn't make a video for a while was because I just haven't been feeling well. I'm feeling better now. Like, whatever I had before just lingered. Whether it was COVID or not, I don't know. I mean, was it like 3, 4 people, 5 people that I was around with in my school? They tested positive. So maybe I had it, I don't know. It probably was. I mean, the likelihood of it, probably. But anyways, it lingered for weeks, and it was awful. And actually, I made a video a couple weeks ago, and I deleted it because I just wasn't happy with it. I just rambled on like I am now for like 20 minutes or something. No point, and I don't know. I didn't like it. But yeah, it was... Whatever I had lingered for a long time. I ended up missing a few weeks of school, but I could join by Zoom, which was good. But then I had to go back because I had to take a test. The test I missed originally because I was sick, but I had to make it up. And I was getting extra time, I guess, to study for it or whatever, but not really. I think I just realized my camera's a little crooked. I don't know. Let's see if that helps. But anyways, yeah, so, but I couldn't study because I just wasn't feeling well, and I just couldn't concentrate, couldn't focus, couldn't sit down and do anything. I don't know. I can't remember if I talked about it in my last video or not. I know I talked a lot in that video. I don't really remember what I talked about because I was so sick. But yeah, so anyways, I remember now, kind of. Anyways, so I'm just rambling on now. But yeah, so I had to go back to school because I had to take that test. But I wasn't feeling well, and I emailed my professor. I told her I wasn't feeling well, and I wanted, if it was possible, if I could do an alternate assignment. And she's like, no, just come into class. You're probably fine now. You're probably not contagious, so come back and take the test. And I did absolutely awful on the test. Absolutely awful. I was so sick. I was so tired. I was out of it. I coughed. I had to go in early, and I just sat in like a side desk area, and I just coughed the whole time, couldn't focus, and I did really poorly on a test. Really, really, really poorly. I was not happy with it at all. But this, I don't want to go into too much of it, but basically, the test was designed for us to retake it. It was designed so that if you did well on it, you did well. But if you didn't do well, you could retake parts of it or the whole test. So it was a little too difficult on purpose. That's a whole nother thing. But I don't know. That I could talk about that class for hours, I think. But whatever, that's the way it was. And so I had to retake it last week, and I know I did better on it this time. And like, it's the type of test that if you know the material, you can finish it in 10 minutes. But if you don't know the material, or if you somewhat kind of halfway know the material, it's going to take you a long time. Or you might not finish it like I did the first time. I actually didn't finish the test, but I was so sick. Anyways, but yeah. So, yeah. And then because I did so bad on the test, kind of put me in a bad mood about everything as well. I don't know. So anyway, so yeah, I just took a break from making videos for a while. About a month. Yeah. So I'm back. Kind of. I'm going to try to make more videos. I have some ideas going forward about maybe a new type of video I'm going to try to make maybe tomorrow if I have time. No, I have time. If the weather's nice, I guess. If the weather's nice. We'll see. Plus, allergies. I'm sniffing like crazy. And coughing a little bit. But feeling better. Feeling much better than I did a month ago. So, but yeah, even last week, actually. Even last week, right, the test. I had to take the makeup test last week again. And take the new test. Another test the same day. And give a short presentation. All within a few hours of each other, and I wasn't feeling good again. And it was absolutely awful. I think I just pushed myself too hard last week. I did way too much, had too much to do, and I was still feeling it in my chest. And I just had to do too much, which goes into my next topic, nice segue, job interviews. I had 2 interviews, kind of like 2.5, two interviews last week. Yeah. That's really what I want to talk about today. So, I think I kind of self-sabotaged one of my interviews last week. Let me explain. So, I need a job, right? I haven't actually worked since December, but I've been out of it. I've only been out of a job for a month, but I'm okay. You know, I have savings, so I'm all right. I'm not worried about that at all. Well, kind of a little bit. We're always worried, but I'm not worried. I'm gonna be okay. But I need a job. But excuse me. See, allergies. I'm all itchy and whatever. So, anyways, I had an interview. I don't think I talked about this in my last video, but I had an interview about a month ago with a job that basically it seemed a little bit shady. Well, I'm sure the company's legitimate, but I don't know. They were just too secretive. It was for a game company, but it wasn't actually working on the games or for the company really. They were like hiring me and then outsourcing me to another company to work to moderate apps, like support for applications like smartphone apps. I don't know. It just seemed weird, and I asked them what the name of the app was, and they're like, we can't tell you, that's a secret. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this job. If you can't tell me what it actually is, it seems a bit suspect, right? A little bit shady. So I didn't decline the job, but I just said I have to think about it, and he said he was gonna, they said they were gonna email me back, but they never did. Oh well. They didn't email me, and I didn't email them. That's the way it goes. But yeah, anyway, so I had that interview lined up, and then I had another interview lined up as a real estate agent. Right? Which is funny because I just watched Space Force, which was great, and one of the characters was gonna I'm gonna become a real estate agent, and then she changed her mind, and she doesn't. But anyways, spoiler. But yeah, so anyways, I had the interview all lined up for it. Like, meet us at our office in this place. I'm like, oh great, I actually know that station. That's where I teach some lessons sometimes, so no problem. And then I got the email that I had to go back to take my test on the same day as that interview, and I'm like, oh, I can't I can't do both of that at the same time when I don't feel well at all. And so I canceled the interview, and they never replied back. I don't know, it was a bit weird anyways. I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird. It felt like I was talking to a robot. They didn't introduce themselves or anything. We're like, hey, you want an interview? I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, come to this station or come to this place. That's it. I don't know. But anyways, I guess I turned down that interview. Oh well, I don't think I'd be a good real estate agent anyways. But anyway, so fast forward a couple weeks ago, I saw some other job advertisements for teaching. And the one I actually don't remember applying for at all. I don't remember. Like I said, I've been sick. But I guess I did. And so they replied back and said, hey, we want to do an interview. And I'm like, yeah, sure. No problem. It'll be on Zoom. Okay. That's better because I really don't feel that well. But now I'm starting to feel better. This was a couple weeks ago. But anyway, so it was with a company that I won't say its name, but it's with a company that it's one of the bigger private English conversation schools in Japan. And they're known for their professional image. Okay, cool. I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt, right? It's not very professional. But I'm like, okay. So the first screening was through Zoom. Okay, no problem. I dressed nice, whatever. And it was nice. It was good. The guy was really nice. He explained everything a lot to me. And he explained all about the contracts, which was how do I explain it? These English conversation schools, they put the contract first. And it's and even when you're signing up to be a student, the contract comes first. Not what am I going to be learning? How am I going to be learning? I don't know. It just shows that it's more of a business than an actual place of education. But whatever. I think that's everything these days. But so anyways, I'm rambling. It was actually for the English conversation schools in Japan, from what I know and where I've worked. The contract was really good. Paid really well. For that job. And had all of the what do you call it? Shakai Hoken, which is the social health insurance, national health insurance, whatever. I forget the English word for it. But anyways, it's it includes your pension and whatnot. That was all half paid for, like it's supposed to be if you're working full time or part time. So cool. But then they're well, the school was business casual, so you're gonna have to wear a suit, but you don't have to wear a tie and whatnot. And I'm okay. And then finally at the end of the interview, I'm oh yeah, I have another question. Is my long hair okay? And he was oh no, no, our policy is short hair. And I'm He's well, it shouldn't be a problem though. It shouldn't be a problem. If you just keep it neat, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Which, anybody knows me, I've always had long hair. It's what I do. Actually, I'm going to cut it anyways soon, probably in the next couple months. But whatever. That's the way it goes. But yeah, it's part of the thing. Like, they're trying to sell an image and not education. And that bothers me. And it's how it was at the first company I worked at. You know, suit and tie, dress shoes, dress pants. Like, I remember, side rant, one of my first observations at that first company, my manager was observing one of my lessons, and he was like, or afterwards, he was like, yeah, you did really good, you did this, and that was really nice. But, oh yeah, don't wear white socks. I'm like, wait, what? And actually that day, true story, it's a true story, I had a laundry mishap. I can't, what happened exactly? But anyways, all of my work socks, my black socks or whatever, were still wet, not dried. So I had to wear what I had. I mean, gotta wear socks, right? So I wore white socks on the day I got observed. And they're like, yeah, don't wear white socks. I'm like, okay, whatever, man. Whatever. But anyway, so this other company, same. So, oh, excuse me. I think my stomach just growled. I don't know what that was. But yeah, so, but I'm like, okay, well, they scheduled another interview, face-to-face interview for the following week. And they're really pushy about it. Like, all right, we wanted you to do this interview and this, and this. And then once you do the face-to-face interview, you can start training. 40 hours of training for a job that I've already been doing for 9 years. But they want me to teach their way and how they want it to be done, which, I don't know, which wouldn't work for me, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't like that because actually today I had a doctor's appointment for my shoulder, which I couldn't do anything for the past month because I was so sick. That's a different story. So anyways, I'm rambling a lot. So I agreed to everything, even though I'd have to, shuffle things around. And I told them, hey, if I do the training, I have to leave early because I have classes that are like way more important than this training. Like, these are classes I'm paying for to become a better teacher, not to sit through your training for 1 week. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh yeah, well, maybe we can shuffle something around. Maybe we'll find out. I'm like, okay. But also at the same time, I was setting up another appointment, or not an appointment, interview, with another school that I knew they had English lessons, or English classes, but I didn't realize it was so big. They're a non-profit organization. There's a song about them. YMCA. I think I can talk about that. But anyways, the guy that I was talking to through the interview, or not through the interview, through email, he was really slow to respond, which, okay, whatever. He said, okay, we want to set up an interview and dress how you want, as if you were when you teach kids. So if you're going to be teaching kids, how would you dress? I mean, I still wore nice clothes, but I just wore polo shirt and jeans, I think, or dress. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, it wasn't jeans. It was just black pants, but not like suit pants. So anyways, okay, so I got one job offer that wants me to cut my hair, wants me to wear a suit to teach children, or another job that's like, hey, just be as natural and casual as possible because they're kids. They're going to be running around and going crazy, So anyways, I'm rambling now. So I did go do the interview face to face, and they were nice. They were really nice. I talked to 2 people for like a good half an hour or so. And they did offer, the same type of package and whatnot. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. School is my priority right now. I want to graduate. So I need a schedule that's flexible. And all these schools are like in the evenings, afternoons, like late afternoon and evening. And if I'm going to be taking night classes, I don't know what classes I'm taking in the future. I'm going to have to change my schedule around. So I don't want to do anything full-time. I just want to do part-time. And they're like, but we want a full-time teacher. And so anyways, we went back and forth a little bit. And basically I said, this seems really nice. I'm going to be honest with you. If you find a better candidate that fulfills what you need, then hire them, don't hire me. You know, I mean, if you want a full-time person, then get a full-time person. I understand, no hard feelings. Plus, I just didn't think I'd fit in there very well. I'm sure the students were great. I'm sure everybody was really nice. It just came down to like the structure of the company, which, whatever. So anyways, I didn't get the job. They emailed me later that day and said, hey, sorry, we're not going to give you a job. Like, all right, whatever. I'm not upset. But then I did have a second interview a couple days later. I was still feeling a little so-so. This is part of pushing myself too hard. I did like 3 interviews, took 2 tests, a presentation, lots of studying, lots of running around. Yeah, pushed myself too hard. So anyways, I went and did that interview. We talked casually basically about it. This is what you're going to do. This is how it's going to be. Then we want you to do a demo lesson. Okay, cool. 20 minutes, no problem. It was like one of the greatest kids lessons I've ever taught in my life. It was like, yeah, there was structure to it. They wanted me to teach specific vocabulary words in that 20 minutes. Sure, no problem. But they're like, it felt like a real classroom. The kids were well managed. It wasn't like these English conversation schools where the kids are just like thrown into the room and like, here, do this, do that. There was actually structure and planning. And it was fantastic. Fantastic. Loved it. Now, it'd be difficult, again, because of my school. I think I can only work there on Saturdays, but the guy seemed like, yeah, we really want you to work here on Saturdays. So we can make that work at least for you. If we can work something out on the weekdays, cool. But we definitely want you to work on Saturdays, I hope. So I'm waiting to hear back about that job. So, anyways, this has become a long explanation. Basically, I self-sabotaged a couple interviews the past few weeks. I don't know. Because it just didn't feel right. So, we'll see what happens. I also put another application today for a K-pop shop. Like a Korean pop music online shop. It's really close to my house. Like, I live just 5 minutes from Koreatown. So there's lots of like music shops and makeup shops and whatnot. So there's one that's like part-time work here selling stuff online, packing and whatnot. I'm like, I could do that. Sure. It's close to my house. It's like 10 minutes. So we'll see if I get that. If I get a reply on that, that'd be cool. It's really close to my house. So, I don't know. That's been my past couple weeks. Up and down, not feeling well, but I'm feeling better now. But now I think I have allergies. Self-sabotaging job interviews. Trying to study. Trying to pass these classes, which is another video in its own. And trying not to go, I don't know, crazy staying home all the time. Almost had tea, so I think maybe it's time to wrap up this video. I've been talking a lot. So, but yeah, that's about it. That's all that's been going on past few weeks. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation just to keep myself distracted a little bit from all the worries, I guess. I don't know. Been reading a lot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not that worried. I'll get a job. I'll find a job. It's just a matter of like finding the job that suits me. That's the most important thing. But what else? I think this video is long enough. It's quite long already. So hopefully you guys watched the whole thing. But yeah, I am working on photography stuff. I took a bunch of photos last week. Yeah, last week. I've been watching some really cool YouTubers, I guess, photographers who also have a YouTube channel about wildlife photography, and I've been learning a lot. It's really cool. It's really fun. So I think I'm gonna go out maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, try to get some more photos taken. I haven't uploaded anything lately. A couple photos to Instagram, but yeah. I have a bunch more to finish editing and upload soon, so I'll do that soon. Now that I'm starting to feel better, almost back to normal. I'm like 95% better. Get that done. And then, yeah, I think I have another video coming soon about the next thing I'm going to do for photography. I'm still thinking. I got some ideas. Oh no, we'll see. Alright, anyways, this video is really long. If you watched the whole thing, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I don't know, I think my life is not that exciting, but I don't know, maybe it's interesting for some people. Alright, anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.